and welcome to today's video. So today I am teaching you guys how I make my HD skins. The first part will be eyes and the second part will be clothing. And to be more specific, I'm teaching you how I made this skin. Ta-da! Before we start, I'm going to let you guys know the programs that I use. They're all free and they'll all be linked below. I use Novaskin, Fire Alpaca and Imgur, and I'll be talking you through it the best I can, but I'm not very good at tutorials, so apologies if you don't understand something. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin. I made the base skin, and you can see me making it here, and I decided to call this just because, contrary to what you guys might think, the only things I do in full detail, the eyes and hair, when I come to making them in my Minecraft skin making thing. Like here you can see I'm beginning to make the clothing, and it's just basic colours. If there's like a sudden transition to a different colour, then as you can see here, I do go ahead and put it in, but that's about it. No pixels or anything. So now we're going to go into the eyes, and the first thing I do is make it 124 pixels by 1024 pixels by 1024 pixels. And then I go ahead, and I'm really fond of using the select tool just to keep it all clean. So I take the colour I want and then fill it in. And this is just for the white part to add the shadows. So as you can see, I just filled it in. Then I'm going to take a grey tool, and on the top corner and then the uppermost right or left, depending on the eye, I'm just going to go ahead and do some lines. And then I'm going to get the blur tool and just blur it out like hell. I'm sorry to see this like a really quick tutorial, but there's so many HD eye tutorials out there that I'm sure you guys can find one if you want something more in depth, but a lot of you are asking how I do mine. Anyway, so over here you see I have a basic eye, that's already that I copied from 1024 pixels, and that's just because it helps me keep the size thing. And then the document it's on is just where I store all my assets and stuff, well, most of them, and it's just to make life easier for when I want to put them on NPCs. And also, that was a gradient tool, so I set two colours, one dark, one light. It can be different colours, it can be the same colour, like green with a dark light green. I just do gradient tool down, and then I unselect the area, take my ellipse tool, or circle tool for those of you who do not know what it is, and I count 3 pixels in and drag it up. So you can see I'm doing it right here, and yeah, that was 3 pixels. I was worried I did 4 pixels there for a second. Yeah, and as you can see, once it was measured, I just let go. And then I took the select tool again, deselected the eye bit because I don't need that selected anymore, and then switched it to the ellipse eye tool, counted 5 pixels in each way, and then dragged it up. So the the vertical axis length will be like 2 pixels big. And then I click delete, and then once again I get the blur tool and just blur the hell out of the line. And then I might use opacity if I feel like it's too dark. See guys, my eyes are really quick and simple, and I'm not doing a tutorial for my werewolf or Neko Nijin eyes because, well, I don't know how to word that correctly. So you said there, I just added some circles into the top right that were like 4 pixels by 4 pixels, which made like that, and then I had speckles. That's the human eye done. Yeah, I am so sorry. I'm sure most of you thought it'd be more complicated, but no, it's that simple for me. And this is a style I kind of found myself, and I like these eyes because with my shaders, when I'm out in the sunlight in Minecraft, they look like they're sparkling, which adds like more fantasy effect to them, which I like. So now this is the bit that I'm sure most of you are curious about, which is my HD clothing. So the first thing I'm going to say is, I'm going to talk while this goes on, by the way guys. So the first thing I do is, if I'm using an accessory, I usually have a reference. So you might have seen a bit earlier that I had a ribbon up on my insert browser that I just used to be able to store that ribbon. It's simple. and then it's just to make it more accurate. And also, good tip for when you try to do HD clothing is don't try and add a light source onto them. Add shadows by all means, add wrinkles and creases and stuff, but don't add light sources. The only time where I think you can pass with adding a light source is with leather or silk. And that's just because if you add a light source to your clothing and then like stick it in a dark room, it's just way too obvious. And it looks a bit odd. So on screen right now you can see that I'm actually doing an outline to the choker. And it's because for all edges where it like differentiates a colour or leads into like against the skin, for the most part I will do a hard outline just to make it stand out a bit and seem more independent. So right now the choker was meant to be silk, so I was just like trying to add some shadow. I did a very, very small bit of light source, and as you can see I just blurred. I just did opacity, and at a distance I wanted it to not look too obviously like that. And I basically did the same thing for the sash around the waist. And yes, I am aware that the ribbon was, the bow was lighter than the sash, so that is changed in the end product. But yeah, HD skins are just HD clothing. I don't really know how to explain how I do it very well. I really am not good at tutorials. And anyway, continuing on. So a few more tips I can give for HD clothing. Keep in mind that the legs join up. The skin on the legs is really weird because it's like the middle bit, but to the like left or right. Left on one leg, right the other bit is where it conjoins at the middle. You know, when you're walking, the legs part. If you do Jesus stuff, it's really weird if you try to connect it up. And also, it gets really hard when you try to connect up, like, say you do like a free edge, like I did for Artemis's dress. It's just really hard to connect it up at the middle without it kind of looking like it's not connecting properly. I said connect up way too many times then. And when you're doing HD clothing, do take into real life, the way real life clothing works. So like this dress that this character's wearing, it's actually a sweater based dress. So it's fake, so it's meant to have like a lot of, I don't know what correct word is, wrinkle creases, you know what I mean. And so I was on those all over the place. Oh, and also remembered taking direction when you're looking at a clothing crease, because if you just like do it in weird any old direction you want to go, it might look odd. And you notice how none of the shading I've done on the dress, by the way, is neat. And that's because in Minecraft it kind of comes up a bit differently, and it's basically a pixel. That like band at the bottom that you see on the screen right now to the left, that's a pixel big basically, maybe 2 at the most. It's really not noticeable, so just keep that in mind when you make the skins, that you don't need to worry too much about it being clean and crisp to this extent. Oh yeah, you see I do the lines there. I do that on every female because that's like where the material's like kind of straining a bit against a woman's chest area, and it's kind of quite common for women to have like their clothing to fold over on that bit, and it's like skin tight. So just keep that in mind. And like I said, this is the sweater dress, so I was like taking into account that I was imagining like maybe the dress to be kind of like elastic at the bottom, you know, so the material would be like kind of folded in on itself, it'd have a lot of folds there. And honestly, the skin didn't come out terribly, considering I was experimenting a lot. Was doing it on and off over like a period of 6 hours. Only on and off because I was helping out family, but still, I kept diving in and out of it. But yeah, but seriously guys, another tip is don't be afraid to experiment with HD clothing. And the only reason why I've really most of this tutorials based on HD clothing is because I'm asked really often how I do my HD clothing, and I'm a bit like, how do I explain this? No, I don't have to explain. Just see me make it. Oh, and please know that your first HD skin, but no matter what new character is, what old, like, no matter how many times you've been at HD skin clothing, the first attempt where you make it usually doesn't come out as 100% success. Like, there might be like something wrong with it, or the creases might not come out right, and that's completely fine, guys. Like, you'll see in a bit where I show you the folder of like how many tries it took me to do like some characters. This girl, Maria, her skin actually only took 3 tries, which is a to become to a point where I was happy with it. Like, as you can see, the bows, apologies about the bow, but as you can see, the bow's still dark. They still got the undershadowing behind the shadowing I'm making right now, and that's like little stuff I didn't really think about fixing because I thought it'd be fine, but then when it got in game I realised how bad it was. And seriously, guys, when it comes to making clothing as a HD skin, don't be afraid to use opacity. Seriously, opacity is your friend. That sounds so bad, but like, I remember when I made my first HD clothing skin, I was like so worried about using opacity. And look, here I'm showing you how you can upload the skin. So I'll talk with this. So go on a website called Imgur, it is linked below, and make a free account. Then you can make an album, which you can set to private so no one can see it, and you can upload skins. There, so you can see here so many attempts, but most of the skins, like Asmus had the most, but even Elizabeth, Phoebe, who was a really basic skin, had quite a lot. So then you just add more images, browse, and you just grab your skin and just drag it in. So you can see here, I've got into detailed main cast, Maria, and boom. So now we're in game, and you click F12 to open up more player models, unless you change the key binding, of course. Go to options and just copy and paste the skin URL. So, like, I'm really bad at talking because I'm showing you it. I was going, oh, and don't forget to add PNG, otherwise it won't work. And please keep into account that if you're 1.8 or later, you need to have your skin set in a 1.8 format, and if you're in 1.7.10 or lower, you need your HD skin set in 1.7.10. And I apologise so much for the laggy footage. I don't know what happened. The game wasn't lagging, but the COD had it lag. Looks like it was lagging. Like, you saw the intro did fix it, but since I was just showing you guys the skins, yeah. And this was the final result, and as you can see, like, I got rid of I changed the dark circle of the eyes, I made some of the creasing more visible. Wait, is this yeah, this is the final one. More visible. I even changed the bow at the back. So, sorry guys, this is like the best I could do, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hoping to release a roleplay soon. Huggles, kisses, I love you guys. And until Sunday, because I have a live stream on Sunday, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, I have 8 seconds left.